did enough damage there that the dog was able to finish those 2 raiders off in 1 bite each. So, great job, dog. Great job, dog! Love you, dog.
Playing games with me, huh?
No, I'm not playing games with you. Yeah, these raiders have, like, by definition... Ooh, I almost fucking killed myself right there. They're always going to be, like, shitty level 1 raiders, and I don't know if it's because it's the first step quest or whatever, but... Anyways, yeah. Yeah, my dog's gonna kill that guy. You can cancel a grenade throw with tab, with your Pip-Boy, but you cannot do it on the PC unless you switch the grenade to a different button, because the grenade is typically Alt, and Alt-Tab does things other than what you want it to do. So, anyways. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, there are some people who are just fucking dumb, and they will, like, accept any shitty nickname that you give them just because they're happy that somebody was, like, interested enough in them to give them a nickname. But,
no need to hide.
I don't know, man. That shit can fucking, like, make you feel like you need to be a certain way for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Only a fucking coward hide.
But, you know, people are allowed to feel the way they feel about themselves, and you're not allowed to change that. So do whatever it is that they want you to do, but there is a slight difference between she's cool with it and you know, and she's just gonna go ahead and take it. What in the world is happening right there? Oh man. Yeah. That's pretty much true right there. Personal son kind of nailed it. You can't just give yourself a hard and fast rule for solving the problem. Oh, bullshit! Cocksucking fuck ass. What an arm on this old bitch. Who is shooting at me? Here, that's what I purpose like that. Bellacorn. That ain't bad. This run is hard to supply at first, but once you get artillery and you can take care of yourself in that way, then it's not too bad. You're pretty much able to maneuver through the rest of the game without much trouble. Dogmeat, I think you're causing more harm than good.
I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
So this is where I came in.
Light 'em up.
Wait, who just saw me? Oh, you're right there. Now where are you? Oh, you're coming through here.
Disappear. Huh?
Shh. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yes. Yes! Be dead a bunch. So let's see, we have a few people on this same row, we have a few people above and a few people below. Yeah, what we eventually ended up doing was we had an adhesive farm, which allowed us to compensate for the lack of adhesive that you require to make 1,000,000 grenades. And we didn't find a lot of mines or missiles early game, so basically boiled down to that. And now we're to the point where we have a ton of grenades and a ton of mines and a ton of Molotovs, and we're using these to solve this particular problem here.
Show your face. Come on, I dare you.
Yeah. The problem is that I am just as susceptible to grenades as they are to my grenades, so... See if I can manage not to fuck this up. So far, so good. We're running out of grenades, or Molotovs, but the Molotovs are kind of the garbage version of what we really want. Most of these guys go down at a stroke with these things. I mean, these raiders in Corvega are always about the same size. They're never, like, that much stronger than you ever normally see them. Which is another reason why they are also always kind of... They're also always kind of garbage, like, as far as equipment goes. Pipe pistols, raider bullshit. You know, standard ass shit. They don't ever get, like, crazy good or anything like that. Oh, god damn it. I guess we don't really need to carry this fucking thing around. It does almost do 1,000 damage per shot. But Dog has one. And it's taking up a lot of fucking space. And we don't need money as nearly as bad as we used to, so... DCB yet? I'm not sure what you mean, DCB. You will need to extrapolate on that a little bit. What's the DCB? Yeah, the blast radius is improved by the 4th level of the Demolition Expert perk, Codeman. So,
nice. Not
just the Molotovs, but all grenades for Grandma Reddit will be improved. Oh, Diamond City Blues. Yeah, you do get kind of a lot of money from it, but at this point, I kind of am just working on the settlements. We need to get these settlements as set up as possible. There's still a few left that we don't have. We don't have Spectacle Island. We don't have any of the really big ones, really. And to be honest, one of the not settlements, but I'm not sure how to describe this. One of the areas that I never ever go to, I seriously have been to it once in like 20 playthroughs of this game. It's the Adam Cats area. Like, I never, ever fucking see those dudes. Ever. I don't know why. I never fucking run into them. But they send you to this settlement that is also, I mean, it's basically just like any other settlement where they're like, oh, we need to blah blah so that you can, and all that. And then you can have a fucking settlement, but... What's up, Gabe the Twitcher? What up, Billy Cropper? What up, Bishop FM? There's the current build for you. Compliments of Hebrew. We are sticking to some pretty strict rules here. There's only one exception to things that are getting killed by me and my explosives, and that's the dog. Well, I suppose if they're near enough to a settlement, the settlement's defenses or, you know, the settlers themselves may impact whether or not the settlement is being defended properly. Oh, wait a second. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can, but I'd really like to try. Now, I don't know if you can pickpocket a Molotov and have it be a live Molotov. Yep, you can. There you go. Fucking first pickpocket of this playthrough right there. I guess you can pickpocket live Molotovs. The nice thing about... I lit myself on fire.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
The nice thing about pickpocketing stuff onto them is they instantly and immediately take the damage, like 100% damage. They just outright fucking die from it. So yeah, hell yeah. Next time though, I'll fucking back up fast enough to not fucking blow myself up. Because that was pretty silly of me. That was a silly fucking thing to do. Alright, well, I don't think there's... I mean, there's some shit down here that kind of leads to a tunnel that goes to the bottom of the whatever, but we need to do this quest. I just kind of want to do. You want me to show you what she looks like? Here you go. She does have old face. She's got wrinkles and stuff, but she kind of is supposed to look like, she's got the Minutemen General's outfit on right now. Why not just kill them, then loot them? I don't know what you mean, Gabe. Well, to be fair, I mean, this old lady, you know, she grew up in the pre-war era and then came to fucking the wasteland afterwards. So, as far as it goes, she has to be kind of idealistic, right? Yeah, if only we had grenade launchers in this game. I can't even tell you how fucking much I would like to have a grenade launcher for this playthrough. But it's kind of fun that we haven't used them. You know what I mean? Like, you could never do this build in this kind of playthrough in New Vegas because you just don't find that many Molotovs or grenades, and I don't think you can make them. Or if you can make them, it's with some pretty rare ingredients. But once again, I'm going to attempt this. Last time I did this, my pizza showed up, and then I left, and the dude did not do the fucking job, so... well, it's not A. So it must have an LON or an SID. It's not N or the I. What about the O and the E?
Yes.
Nice. I usually prefer law enforcement.
Powering up. Protector.
Alright. I think my pizza's gonna show up here any second. Let me check my tracker here. Yeah, they're doing delivery. 10:52. Yeah, he's gonna be here any second. So once again, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna let the fucking robot do the job. Hopefully. And then I'll switch to my BRB screen, compliments of HQ Matt. And in like, I don't know, 10 minutes I'll be down here, I'll full screen it, and eat this terrible pizza. It's probably not that bad. And then I'll chat with you guys for a minute, and then we'll keep going. It appears as though the Protectron was exploded, like, immediately. No, he's not. He's still working. That's supposed to be what makes him qualified. That and he tells it like it is, which people who believe that he tells it like it is are people who believe that racism is the appropriate way to think about things. Yeah, Bernie Sanders and his radical socialist ideals are mostly just good ideas that European and Canadian people have had for a very, very long time. And now it's possibly going to be something that Americans can have, and they're like, no, 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 we don't like that. But, I mean, the whole system is pretty fucked up. I don't know why anybody would want to keep it exactly the way that it is. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about how we're going to take care of this guy. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say Obama hasn't been worth a damn. You know, we've been waiting for 8 years for him to take away all of our guns and install Sharia law, and all we got was the economy was repaired. We have a deficit, or we don't have a budget deficit anymore, and everybody gets health care. So I'm not going to go so far as to say he hasn't been worth shit. I will say that he didn't end the war like he was going to, but whatever. Yeah, nobody's going to take away anybody's guns. I would say that that is a very unlikely scenario. Let's reload this, since I didn't yet. And then, yeah, and then of course we have marriage equality, which is kind of a big deal.
Come
What
on
are you gonna do,
out.
bro?
I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Yeah, shit.
All day.
Gabe's a Twitcher. You gotta stop, man. If you're interested in listening to a song, you can listen to the song. You know? You don't need to have everybody listen to the song. We didn't have any more Molotovs, do we? We used them all up. I'm not really that interested in using a missile on this guy. But I kind of don't like the idea of using a fucking grenade on him either. No, I would rather he stopped attacking me before I solved this problem. Yeah, I picked this up a long time ago. That's what happened to that. Yeah, do yourself a favor, Gabe. Stop posting links, because it's not gonna be long before one of my mods gets tired of it and they'll just time you out. I appreciate your willingness to contribute to the chat, though. Like, don't think that I don't want you to be here, because I do. But yeah, just chat it up. Just hang out with people, you know.
Think you can hide?
Nope, you didn't see it.
Show your
You
face.
did not see it.
Come
Oh,
on.
this card is wrong. And that should do it for the Raider team here. Well, what did you have on your person? Not much. Oh, god damn it. I'm out of here. The reason that Americans are pissed off about their taxes is that the rich people, the people who influence policymakers, they're the ones who are supposed to be getting screwed by the New Deal. By the income tax system, they're supposed to get taxed more than people who make almost nothing, right? But of course, things like tax havens allow them to usually get away with not having to do a whole lot of anything. Most rich people pay less than even, you know, the poor people do, because they have access to tax lawyers and absurd tax havens, you know, but I don't know. Well, America was actually founded by, they were founded by people who didn't want the British to have a monopoly on their trade, because that's what the Navigation Act and the Stamp Act did. The Stamp Act required that even though this country was supposedly, you know, a colony and was supported by Britain, Britain didn't do a whole lot to help them out. And so they rebelled against those two acts, and then eventually, you know, they decided that they wanted to be able to run their own country. But they did want a society, and a society requires money to work, and so they did eventually have a system of taxation. They also had a small problem with their coinage. See, a lot of people these days want America to return to the gold standard. The best that America ever did was under this new standard, but the gold standard is supposedly going to back up your wealth with real resources. Like,
I took care of those raiders for you.
Originally we had a bimetallic standard, so you could exchange your currency for either gold or silver. But the banks had to have that on hand all the time. And then a Federal Reserve had to have that on hand all the time. And our exchange rates with gold and silver created a problem with other foreign exchange rates, where the lesser valuable metal was being exchanged for the greater valuable metal from other countries here, so that our metal was going to other countries, the gold and the silver. But the real problem with the gold standard is that The gold standard is based on the idea that gold is somehow valuable in and of itself, which it's not. It's just fiat metal. It's not good for really much of anything. We just tell people that it is. But, I don't know. Wait a second, I picked up all this shit. Oh, here we go. I was like, how come none of it is in there? So we don't need this. Right, we have a polymer one. We don't need this. We have a right leg, left arm, chest piece, left leg. And then this thing I just haven't sold yet. And I can't do this one for some reason. Well, now that doesn't make any fucking sense. How come I was able to do the polymer here, but not here? Oh, because this is a heavy one? Is that what this is about? Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's fine. So we have polymer, polymer. And we don't have anything on here yet. We'll just leave those as they are. I kind of want to switch her out to the combat armor here. So, let's see here. Army fatigues is strength 1, agility 1. The military fatigues do 5 whatever, but I think the army fatigues can be modded and the military fatigues can't. So let's do this. And we'll lose the hat. That's a little bit weird, but at any rate. Let's stick the Minutemen stuff back in there. Apparently the Minutemen stuff does give me more energy resistance, but less ballistic resistance, so let's see what the difference is. 62 and 62 with the combat armor that we have now. This would be 45 and 80, so it's more balanced. She looks alright. Oh, I was gonna stick those military fatigues in there just in case. Did I take the hat back on accident? I didn't mean to do that. I was gonna stick that in there, and then I had intended on wearing this. Am I not wearing it, or did I already take up a place with it? Oh no, I wasn't wearing it. Okay, so that should balance it out more. 75 and 75. That's better than. Fuck! Why do we keep doing that? That's better than that. That's 45 and 80. Yeah. So we still need fucking Carla. That's what I've been mostly waiting on, is Carla for that oil. That sweet fucking oil. So let's see if I can fucking... Well, I need to turn this quest in, but...
Yes?
Yeah, we're getting to the point where... we can have
What do you need, General?
Seems to be growing well.
Another day
we can
of
have the
never changed.
I
guys
cleared
that
out
we
that spot
encounter
you sent
really
me to
give us
and
shit
set
that's
up a
worth
radio beacon
taking,
there.
but
That's great news. Once folks have some place to call their own, they'll be willing to help defend it. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Taxes are important. You guys have to understand that we pay a fucking ton of taxes, but we don't get a lot of benefits from them. Most of our taxes go to military. And admittedly, if this was Civilization, the game, then we'd be, you know, a military-based civilization. If this was like Civ 4, we would have just like said, okay, fuck our population happiness, fuck cultural victory, we just want a ton of fucking whatever. But that's our one and only like foothold in the global market, and it's kind of bullshit. So I don't know. I would prefer to have. I mean, I do benefit a lot from government assistance. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to school based on these loans, but you know, you got to understand that these loans are. I'm gonna have to pay them all back, and they have like the most gnarly stipulations on them. You know. Military and welfare programs. I'm afraid that social programs don't take up a lot of the federal budget. It's something like 1.5%. Most of the taxes do go to military, Reinhold, but they don't go to... If you look at the thing, you'll see that, like, housing and that kind of thing, and food stamps, they don't take up hardly any of the budget at all. With the amount of money that we've spent on a single... What is this?
I took care of the raiders that were
Oh,
harassing
okay.
that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
Yeah, student loans are a nightmare. We should cut back on our military defense. I agree with that, but I mean, we've spent a ton of money on this one jet project that we've now decided is not worth it. But we still upgrade the jets because that creates jobs, and we've shipped away all the jobs that are easy for other countries to do. So production jobs in this country, a lot of them involve the gun industry and the military industry. I do not think that that's true, Reinhold. Social Security can't be taking up 30%.
Hey.
It will take up 30% if we don't adjust the way that Social Security is dealt with. But Donald Trump is not going to fix it. I mean, let's face it.
Carla.
He just doesn't have business acumen. He's most famous for bankrupting a ton of businesses. But
I've got a few minutes to browse.
I don't think that that's super important to what's going on in the stream. And I'm totally cool with you guys like voicing your opinion or whatever, but what the most important thing that you can do is if you think you know something about the country but you're not sure, don't like hammer it on the table like you're 100% certain, because I'm not 100% certain about the shit that I've been talking about. We've got the resources at our fingertips to fact check any claim that we might have in our head. So that's what I really recommend. If you... Oh, here's this fucking brilliant thing. It goes bye-bye. If you want to use statistics in an argument, even if it's an argument in a Twitch chat, then that's cool, but you need to be able to find them somewhere. That is what I recommend for the remainder of this. Oh, Jesus, I got a lot of Mirelurk Queen stakes. For the remainder of this little experiment here. And I kind of I don't know. Maybe it's a bad idea for us to even discuss this shit on Twitch because, I mean, it doesn't really achieve anything, and overall it's just going to make my viewers be upset at one another, which I don't really want to have happen. So, you know, I suppose that what I'm trying to say is if you can avoid it, then let's avoid it, but... Reinhold, I don't think you will get timed out for links right now. I think that the link thing has been disabled. We were having all kinds of people post links before. But I would like, if you have a link that you would like me to see to back up an argument that you have, to maybe personal message to Hebrew. And if he puts the link up, then I'll check it out and to discuss it. But yeah, obviously my expertise lies in video games, so I probably shouldn't talk too much shit in general. I'll jam all that shit in there, and I need to jam the fucking corn and all that other stuff in there too. That's all I really need. And I could make a bunch of grenades, but I'm still working on all those settlements.
Huh?
Okay, let's see this right here.